Welcome all sports fans, everyone across the nation. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and we're going live for our Week 4 recap and our Week 5 picks and predictions. All sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart, stay uneducated. Let's go. Welcome all sports fans, everyone across the nation. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, live with the beautiful and lovely PJ, Miss Phyllis Jr. in the building, y'all. We are here for our Week 4 recap and our Week 5 picks and predictions of the NFL season. How is everyone going? Hey, we're going for 40 plus likes in tonight's stream. I'll be on here not long, y'all, about an hour and some change. That's pretty much it, man. And we're in the building showing love, man. And thank y'all for showing love. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button. If you like what you see, man, hit that subscribe button and be part of UST Nation. We're at 1,560 subscribers on our road to 1,600. Just 40 more away from that. Someone's going to win $150, you guys. Check me out on Instagram and on Twitter. My Twitter is at Carlos Clayton _ and my Instagram is uneducated _ sports talk. What is up, y'all? If you guys want to donate to our channel, we have a number of ways. We have one, our super chats and super stickers are available right now, you guys. It's in our live chat, the bottom right hand corner, that $ icon. Click on that and you guys can donate whatever you want to our channel, y'all. Thank y'all for the love and the support, man. Shout out to the big homie, the beautiful Miss Megan and Paul Allen Bear for that love. They are our donor leaders for that with a $100 dono one-time donation, y'all. So thank you for Megan. Also on our screen, our Cash App is $ Uneducated Sports Talk. Our Cash App leader is Mr. Kip Gaming with a $75 bomb one-time donation. And our Streamlabs is in our description box down below. Scroll down, find our Streamlabs donation link. Click on the link, you guys, and you can donate from $1 on up to our channel. Our Streamlabs leader is also Kip Gaming with a one-time donation of $556, y'all. Shout out to all you guys, man. If you guys put your name shout out as our donor leaders, have a one-time donation of more than $556 to our Streamlabs or a one-time donation of more than $75 to our Cash App, and we'll shout you guys out on a number of streams on multiple occasions, you guys. What is up, man? You guys are awesome. Thank y'all for the love and the support, man. Everyone's been talking about my shaved beard. My beard has been shaved off for work purposes. For work purposes, I will grow it back, though. I will grow it back for sure, for sure. All right, let's give a shout out to everyone in the chat right now, man. I got Megan says, "Let's go Mariners." What is up, Megan? Hoodie Juby with the eye emojis. I see you, my brother. Hoodie, what's good, man? The big homie John Clement says, "Yo, I love the intro song. The guitar sound is killer." Da 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 da. Yes, sir. Texas Eagle says that beat is fire. Yeah, I made that beat about 6 years ago, you guys. I made that beat about 6 years ago. Shout out to my big homie Jamie Romaine for helping me with that beat, man. But yeah. Uh, Megan says, "Eating low, still getting used to your clean shaven face." Oh, I know, love. I know. Hoodie is a bald head and no facial hair doesn't go together. I'm not really bald headed. I am balding though, but I'm not bald headed quite yet, Hoodie. Not yet. So I can't deal with it, Hoodie. Makes sense you forgot Pete again. Oh, what's up, Pete? My bad. I keep forgetting about Pete too. Well, Pete is still relatively new to the Megan and Paul Allen Bear camp into what I know. Says Eagles says PJ is 6'3", That's cap, man. She just only goes for winners, bro. She only goes for winners, man. Said Texas Eagles not cap. Yep, she only goes for winners. It's only winners she goes for. So yeah, as right now, she said don't hate her cause she beautiful. All right, y'all. What is good, man? It's our week 4 recap and our week 5 picks and predictions. Once again, shout out to my big homie TJ Tracy for making all this possible, man. What you guys see on our screen, it all comes from my good friend TJ Tracy, 2378, man. So he's a beast when it comes down to making all this happen for your boy, man. So I appreciate it, man. Let's go. Oh, if you guys want your UST merch, man, we've been killing the merch game so far. We got a lot of hoodies been sold over the last couple of days. So UST hoodies been sold pretty well. We have beanies, we got hats, we got hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts. We have short sleeve t-shirts, tumblers as well. You guys want to drink out of it, man? We got all kind of things, man. Makes I'm staying in an apartment in Seattle owned by Paul Allen's company. Megan with the banks with the money, man. You staying where the Paul Allen built stuff at. Let's go, man. Hoodie said Texas Eagle, that's not cap. She's smart. That's right, man. She's smart. She said, "Thank you, Hoodie." Let's go. Let's go. Hey, all right, y'all. Let's go to our week 4 recap, man. We got enough people in the chat right now, man. Hit that like button. We are going for 40 plus likes in today's stream. Let's get there. By the way, tomorrow we are doing Phillies versus Cardinals game 2. It may or may not be our Pujols' last game, so I want to go ahead and do that one. But we have Phillies versus Cardinals game 2 tomorrow. Um, I'll be on. I don't know what time I'll be on. Uh, I gotta see what time I'll be on though. I want to say about 7 something. I'm pretty sure I got the time wrong, but I'll be on about 7:20. I believe it's the night game. So yeah, we'll have that rocking and rolling. Um, and after that, we have our NFL Red Zone watch party. It's gonna be on Sunday. I'll be on 11:40 a.m. Central Time. So get ready for that, you guys. We got a lot going on, man. But right now, let's get it, man. Back says no M's love, Los. No, not right now, girl. I just told you it might be Albert Pujols' last game ever. So I definitely want to get that game. Just in case if the Cardinals do lose, that's Apple's last game. So I want to go ahead and do that. Seattle was up 1-0, so I have another chance to get Seattle. I got you, though. I got you. Seattle's going to win that series, and we're definitely going to do a Seattle game. Trust me, Megan. Trust me. We got it. We will do a Seattle game. All right, y'all. Let's get to it, man. Our Week 4 recast is now. Let's get to it, y'all. You guys see my screen. PJ is 63-0-1. I am 34-29-1. So hey, we started off horrible, but we've gone 10-6 the last 2 weeks now, which got us to this record now, 34-29-1. So we're back on par. At one point, I think the first game of the year we were 5-10, 5-10-1. So now the picks have gotten a lot better. So let's get it in. Let's get it. Let's go to our Week 4 recap, man. First game we got right was the Bengals over the Dolphins, 27-15. Thursday night football was very unfortunate. We all know about what happened to Tua Tagovailoa. He got hurt in that Bills game, and then came back. He was concussed and came back. I don't care what no one says. If you stumble anytime, you're concussed. He came back, played that game, and then backdoored and played in that Thursday night game, and that was sad. That was sad. He was out. Everything stopped on him pretty much. It was just bad to see, man. And I felt so bad for Tua on that day. So there we go. Let's go like that. But yeah, the Bengals win 27-15. Burrow and those guys, they're starting to heat up now. I think they've won 2 games in a row, and I think the Bengals are going to have a great year. They just had to get their rhythm in. The first 2 games were kind of like, okay, it's the first game of the year. Mind you, the start of any NFL season now over the last couple of years, because now they pretty much dumbed down training camp. You only have 3 preseason games, not a lot of contact. So a lot of these guys are still getting used to getting hit, so used to playing fast. Still playing with contacts. A lot of these guys started slow. Bengals are one of those teams that started slow, but they won 2 games in a row now. All right, we won that one. We lost. We had the Saints beat the Vikings, but the Vikings beat the Saints in London by a score of 28-25. It was tough to see that game as a Saints fan. The double doink that was heard around the world. Will Big Nuts Lutz double doink the 61-yarder that could have tied the game and went into overtime. But hey, the Vikings, call it what you want, man. They ran on the Saints and they passed on the Saints. And the Saints, I've got to look themselves in the mirror right now. Andy Dalton played in that game. No Jameis Winston. Winston is out with that vertebrae issue. Dalton came in and played a decent game. Not the best game, but he played a decent game, and he did enough for the Saints to win that game. But the Saints have issues all across the board when it comes down to not only their offense, but now their defense starting to show some holes as well. As far as secondary, a lot of guys being hurt for our offense too. No Alvin Kamara, so it was kind of tough like that. But Latavius Murray had a great game. Oh, by the way, had a great game, and then got moved to Denver. Smart for Latavius Murray to go to Denver. He had more playing time, obviously. But the Vikings did it. They came there and won a big game. It was a primetime game, which games that Kirk Cousins doesn't usually win, but he got Jefferson. When you have Jefferson, you have a weapon. Jefferson went crazy, 140 yards plus on the Saints, eating up Marshawn Lattimore, who's one of the best cornerbacks in the game. But in this game, particularly late when we needed a stop, the Saints did. Jefferson was that guy who got called on for the Vikings. But they went 20-25. The Saints had their chances, but Saints go to 1-3. Vikings go to 3-1 for the first time in a few years, man. So the Vikings feeling good about themselves right now. Another game that we lost. The Falcons beat the Cleveland Browns by a score of 23-20. And the Falcons, hey, call it what you want, man. Falcons look good. They are 2-2, and honestly, could have been 4-0. Let's just be real. And I like what Atlanta's doing. They're taking Marcus Mariota, taking his style of play. taking his style of play and they're using it, and I love that and I respect that. A lot of coaches will come in there and say, it's my way or the highway. No, Coach Arthur Smith knows what he has in Marcus Mariota. He said, I gotta go ahead and use this fella. I gotta use this fella to his skill set. He's a dual threat quarterback, and they have made some. I mean, their time possessions while they're winning games. They run that ball. They get first downs. They move the chain. Nothing spectacular. Nothing huge. They don't get any 50 yarders or 60 yarders. Um, but yeah, it just looked kind of like it looked bad. So, uh, but the Falcons win 23-20. The Browns, it's weird what's going on because they're one of those teams, man. They just got to get a few more wins. These are the type of wins that you want to have for your Cleveland, because you should be able to beat Atlanta, and although all beat in Atlanta, but that's a game that you should win because you want enough wins to where you get Deshaun Watson back, who's going to be a key feature in Week 12. When you get Deshaun Watson back, that's when you want to have 5 wins or 6 wins in your pocket. Right now, Browns only have 2 to go to 2-2. Falcons go to 2-2. Um, but good job by Atlanta winning that game at home, and they're a scary team because now they face the Saints tough, they face the Rams tough, they beat the Seahawks, and now they beat the Cleveland Browns. Pretty good pleading right there. Pretty good pleading. And our game of the week, it was the Bills versus Ravens. Both teams came in at 2-1. 2 MVP candidates in Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. The Bills win 23-20, a comeback victory, the biggest comeback victory in Josh Allen's career. At one point, down by 17. Ravens were up 20-3 in that game. Matter of fact, we called that game. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens had their way in that first quarter, and then that Bills defense finally stepped up and kind of put a lockdown on Lamar Jackson. But Josh Allen showing why right now he's still the front runner for MVP. Um, in that second half, he came out there guns blazing, and he put that team on his back pretty much when the run game was non-existent. Josh Allen was running that football, but when the run game was non-existent, he took care of the ball by passing it and by running, and he's looking like, I still say, the second best quarterback in the NFL. I think I got Pat Mahomes one, Josh Allen two, but Josh Allen dominated that second half, and that Bills team, they're winning in different ways right now. They're winning in different ways, and that shows me that this Bills team is for real. Although they're out some key guys in Ed Oliver last week, they still found a way to win this game after being down by 17. And it's funny because my brother's a big time Bills fan, and they're down 20-3. He texted me, say, we still come back and win this game. I said, okay, hey, you got faith in it. And they came back and won because that Bills team is just that good. So shout out to my brother and shout out to the Buffalo Bills. Now Bills go 3-1. Ravens go to 2-2. All right. But we did win. We went 2-2 in this format. We got the Bengals right, got the Saints wrong, got the Browns wrong, and got the Bills right. Barely. Barely. Uh, Max is what we have to explain to the Bears before they ride and go for nudie runs. Yeah. Tell the Bears to calm down. We'll do a Mariners game pretty soon. Promise you. John says over 500. Yes, sir. Megan says Bengals, Vikings, and Falcons right. The only one that let me down was my Ravens. Irish is in the building. What's up, Irish? Panic says I had Dolphins, Saints, Falcons, and Bills. I got Daniel. Barry Sports Highlight says, yo, what is good, my brother? Megan says Dodgers surprised me in that game. He did well. He did well. Texas Eagle says, who's the only team to beat the Vikings? I forgot. Oh, me too. Who was the only team to beat the Vikings? They beat the Lions, they beat the Packers, and they beat the Saints. So it's obviously some team that we just overlooking that beat the Vikings. I don't know. I forgot. I forgot. Makes it still bitter that the Ravens got beaten. It happens. It happens. Let's go to our next page now. Let's get it. All right. Another one we got right. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Washington Commanders 25-10. This Cowboys team with Cooper Rush, they look good. They look good. I call it how I see it. This Cowboys team looks good. 25-10. Cooper Rush looks good as well. And although people are trying to downplay in Dallas, like when Dak is healthy, he'll be the starting quarterback. I don't think so. Honestly, I'm very worried about Dak Prescott now getting this spot taken. I think Cooper Rush he's 4-0 in his career. Oh, the Eagles beat the Vikings. Thank you, Irish. Yeah, the Eagles smashed the Vikings. Yeah, smashed them week 2. We did that game, matter of fact. Thank you, Irish Panic. But yeah, I had Dallas beating Washington, and Washington is still one of those we just don't know kind of teams. But Dallas, I mean, they look good. The running game looks good. The defense looks great. That defense is humming at all levels, man. DeMarcus Lawrence look good. Van Der Esch looks good, linebacker, and of course, Trevon Diggs looking like the best corner in the game right now. And his ability to just, you know, be a ball hawk. He's a wide receiver on defense. That's rare in today's NFL. Is a wide receiver on defense, pretty much. And that defense looked good. Shut down Washington, and the Commanders have Carson Wentz as the quarterback, but he's one of those bridge quarterbacks. We just don't know what the Commanders are going to do at any given day. They're kind of a weird team, but I did know for a fact the Cowboys win that game. I even put money on it, and I won some money. I won over $100 betting for the Cowboys, although I don't like to. But that was an easy call. Cowboys beat the Commanders by a score of 25-10. We had the Seahawks versus Lions. This game we got wrong, but we did have a feeling it was going to be a high scoring game. But no one saw 48-45 coming. I'll tell you that. The Seattle Seahawks. Look, Geno Smith, man. If you'd have told me by week 5, Geno Smith looks like a better quarterback than Russell Wilson, I would have laughed in your face. But no, Geno Smith right now leads the entire NFL in QBR. Crazy, right? Crazy. Geno Smith and the freaking Seattle Seahawks, they are now 2-2. Lions dropped to 1-3. But I do say this about both these squads. Lions, Seahawks, not the most talented teams from top to bottom, but they are going to be in every game. Heart changes all, man. These two teams have heart. Pete Carroll has those guys blazing in Seattle, and Dan Campbell, call it what you want. Their defense sucks so much buttocks. Their defense sucks so much buttocks. I, PJ says she can score on the Lions defense right now, and I believe you, PJ. You can, because that Lions defense sucks, man. That defense sucks, but their offense is so good. And I keep saying that. Like, I've seen Hard Knocks, and I'm like, yeah, that offense is good, but the defense, gonna have their issues. But right now, it looks bad in the land of Detroit when it comes up to their defense. But shout out to their offense, though, looking good on offense. But Seattle wins 48-45 in a shootout. Geno Smith and DK Metcalf, Geno Smith and Tyler Lockett, Geno Smith and Rashard Penny now coming to life for the first time this season. They look good, albeit against a Lions poor run defense and passing defense, but still, the Seahawks did their thing, and the Lions kept coming back, but Seattle just kept hitting up every big 3rd and 2. They run it and get 40 yards. Seattle's a good team, and they're not the most talented top to bottom. Neither is Detroit, but both those squads will come in there and play their asses off, man. We have the Chargers at the Texans. We got that one right as well. The Chargers beat the Texans by a score of 34-24, and this was pretty much a trap game. But it can't really be a trap game because I didn't really call it a trap game because the Chargers' record is not what we would like it to be. So I didn't call it a trap game, but I think Chargers Nation was saying, hey, if we lose this game, hit the panic button. And they beat the Texans by a score of 34-24. I was still worried, though. I was worried because the Texans did come back, and that scares me about the Chargers, man. The Chargers, you just don't know. They always look good every year on paper, and it's their best year, but it's still scaring the hell out of me if you're a Chargers fan. But the Chargers will get a 34-24 victory over the Texans, a much-needed win, in my opinion, to stay afloat. Not necessarily in the AFC West. We all know that division looks kind of boo-boo now, except for the Chiefs. But the Chargers got their win. A game against a very inferior squad of the Texans. You gotta win that game, and the Chargers did that, man. Austin Eckler, who finally got used the right way, scored not one, not two, but 3 touchdowns on the game. So shout out to Austin Eckler, man. He was my guy last year in fantasy. He finally had a great game, a couple of runs over 20 yards for touchdowns and a passing touchdown as well. So if they can use Austin Eckler, I think he'll do benefits and dividends for this Chargers team. The Texans, we know about them. They're going to play in every game too. They're going to fight every game, just like the Lions and the Seahawks. But the Texans are going to fight, but they're just not talented. They're not talented. I like David Mills as a decent quarterback, but his threats on the outside, they're not there. Brandon Cooks is your number one, and Brandon Cooks is not that good of a guy. He's a one-trick pony, in my opinion. So, yeah, kind of like tough to see that, but the Chargers do get a much-needed win, 34-24 over the Texans. All right, we have the Titans over the Colts by a score of 24-17. We got this one wrong. We thought the Colts would go out there and win this game. They did not, man. The Titans. I mean, this Colts team is weird. We saw what happened on this following Thursday. Offense sucks. Their offense freaking sucks, right? The Titans. I mean, the Titans. Look, they played against a really bad Colts team. Yes, I said it. A really bad Colts team. Derrick Henry finally got on the ball this week. He finally got over his 100 yards and a touchdown. And once he gets going, watch out for this Titans team. They're a very sneaky team. Still, a really good defense, a nice running game. It's all about Tannehill. And Tannehill did just enough for this team to win. But it all falls on Derrick Henry. They win 24-17. At this moment, the Colts had dropped to 1-2-1. And the Titans go to, what was that, 2-2, I believe. So Titans have won 2 games in a row. All right. Let's see. Texas Eagles says, Irish, I know, just trying to get low to say Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah, man, I forgot about the game, man. It was a beatdown, too. Marcus says, I had the Cowboys, Chargers, and Titans. Can't believe the Lions lost. Megan says, love being the 12s. LOL, yes, ma'am. Irish says, I had the Cowboys, Lions, Chargers, and Colts. Yeah, I had the Cowboys, Lions, Chargers and the Colts, but yeah, I went 2-2 in this bracket as well. It was bad. Megan says I wanted Locke instead of Geno, and I will admit that I was so badly wrong when Coach Carroll said Geno was our QB1. I shook my head and thought, "Love you, Coach, but what the fudge cake hell are you doing?" Well, I already told the story before, but like I said, when Matt Flynn got that big money, and that year Russell Wilson was the rookie, and Matt Flynn was like a 4-year, $60 million guy, and he still picked Russell Wilson. That means Pete Carroll don't play that mess. I don't care how young you are, I don't care if you're the old wily veteran, whoever is the better quarterback is going to start. And Geno was obviously, now we see it, obviously the better pick for the Seattle starting quarterback situation, and he's paid dividends for the Seahawks team. Now they're 2-2, and surprisingly, right there in the NFC West, man, hey, they're all 2-2, all 2-2. Markai says Chargers for the win. The beautiful Markai is in the building. What's up, Markai? How you doing? We got San Diego's finest in the building, showing love. Generic Ballman says hope all are well. I'm still asleep from last night's game. Yes, I think we all are too, man. Megan says Cowboys, Seahawks, duh, the only ones I got here. Yep, me too. I mean, not me too. Cowboys and Chargers are the ones I got. You said that you thought that the Texans with the Chargers. Wow. I mean, hey, I don't blame you though. I don't blame you. Chargers are one of those teams that we just don't know. Let's go to our next one, you guys. Our next page. All right, y'all. The Giants beat the Bears by a score of 20-12. We got this one right, and I said the Giants win 19-16. So I was kind of right there when it came out to the total score for sure. 32 total points in this game. I said 19-16, which that's what, 35 total points. But the Giants still win 20-12. And let's be honest, the Chicago Bears offense stinks. Let's be honest, Justin Field stinking right now. Smelling. Ain't smelling good. Justin Fields, I don't know what the hell is going on with Justin Fields, but every time I see the kid drop back, he is so super inaccurate. It's not even crazy. Missing guys deep, big time, very inaccurate, getting picked off, and it feels like every time they have a certain drive with their running game, whether it be Montgomery or it be Khalil Herbert, these guys, it just feels like, hey, we get you in the position for great play action. We need you to get those reads right, Fields. And Fields has been looking horrible. The Giants, on the other hand, went through 2 different quarterbacks. They lost both Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor in that game. At one point, we saw a little bit of wildcat action from Saquon Barkley and the New York Giants. But this Giants defense is good. This Giants defense is hella good. They're good. I like this defense, man. And Bears defense is pretty good too. So you knew it'd be kind of a sloppy game, but nonetheless, though, the Giants do win 20-12. Barkley is back, ladies and gentlemen. Saquon Barkley is back, and he's looking like his rookie season kind of back. Big runs, being very explosive. I love what he is doing for this team. He is the heart and soul for this team, and these are the type of games the Giants have got to win. at home against a lowly squad in Chicago. Big win by New York. They stay relevant at 2-2, I believe. 2-2. So the Giants are 2-2 with a big win over the Bears to win 20-12. Our next game on the docket, y'all, the Philadelphia Eagles over the Jaguars. We got this game right as well, but for a minute, it was pretty scary. The Jaguars lose 29-21 to the Eagles, but they started off with a 14-0 lead. Pick six, and then Sunshine and Trevor Lawrence and those Jaguars went down and scored again, made it 14-0 in the first quarter. So you, as an Eagles fan, you were kind of worried, but what you love to see is just like the Bills, Eagles know how to win in different varieties. This is the comeback version now. And it was raining, it was sloppy, and that could have helped them as well. They have a really good defense. Obviously, Miles Sanders had a breakout game, 100 yards rushing for Miles Sanders. Jalen Hurts, once he got going, he's looking like right now probably third or fourth in the MVP race. And we see now it's the weapons around him. The A.J. Browns with 95 yards and a tutty for the Eagles. Looking good, man. Eagles defense from that second quarter on out, they pretty much dominated the Jaguars on all levels. Dominated. They scored 29 points the last two quarters and a half. It tells you how dominant that offense is and how dominant that defense is. After that first quarter, gave it only one score. Loving what I'm seeing from the guys, and Jalen Hurts. I mean, pick your poison. He's getting everyone involved from Devontae Smith one day to AJ Brown the next day to Dallas Goedert one day. I mean, so he's getting all his guys weapons, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Eagles. They win 29-21, so we got that one right as well. The semi upset of the week pretty much was the New York Jets over the Pittsburgh Steelers. The one time I don't call the Jets upset, they actually get a win. But we did see the rise of Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's in the building now, y'all. Mitchell Trubisky, as Bears fans call him, but his name is Mitchell Trubisky. Trubisky with the he got the boot in the second quarter pretty much, and on comes Kenny Pickett, and what he does is two drives back to back for tutties for them, but he did want to throw 3 interceptions in that game. The Jets came back in fast fashion. Jets, hey, they're 2-2. Call it what you want. They beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh. That's a big win over a Mike Tomlin team. That's a big win in my opinion. The Jets win 24-20. Zach Wilson, hey, he sucked when it comes to passing that ball, but they ran a Philadelphia special, and he scored a touchdown. The receiving variety. The New York Jets win 24-20. They get a win. The Steelers go to what are the Steelers now? Are they 1-3 or 2-2? I don't forgot their record. Or did they tie one game? I don't know. So many ties happening these days now. You never know who's tying. But all I do know is the Steelers are in trouble because their offense, maybe Kenny Pickett now with a full week of practice as being a starting quarterback can change that team. Uh, I can see them changing that team. We'll find out though, man. 24-20 is our score. The Jets win over the Steelers. And then in our last game, we got right. The Cardinals over the Panthers. They win 26-16. The Panthers just not good on offense, and you could thank Baker Mayfield. He has just not been good at the quarterback position. He's been downright horrendous in my opinion. And Kyler Murray, although not a godsend of a quarterback, but he's a lot better than Baker Mayfield right now. And they got it done one defense variety. Cardinals have a semi-good defense, and against the Panthers, you'll always have an up boost in your defense playing against Carolina, even though it was in Carolina. But shout out to the Cardinals, though, getting that win. These wins are very vital because they do get a key piece back in Hopkins in Week 7. So when Hopkins comes back, we saw last year what Murray did with Hopkins and how big of a difference Hopkins makes. Because when he went out last season, the Cardinals season just went down. Ugly. But with Hopkins there, they're a different squad in my opinion. So right now, every win before Hopkins is going to be huge. Every win before Hopkins is going to be huge. The Cardinals win 26-16. Kyler Murray got James Conner, but Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, sort of a breakout couple of games now, looking like as of right now the number one receiver. But he's coming up in big ways, which that proved me wrong because I didn't see it in him. But as of right now, the last 2 weeks, Marquise Brown has stepped up for the Cardinals as that number one receiver. So that's big for Kyler Murray and that gang. They win 26-16. So we got 3 out of 4 right in this panel. We had the Giants, we had the Eagles, and we had the Cardinals. We lost because we had the Steelers over the Jets, but they lost. So, and our let's go with let's see. Mexico had Giants, Eagles, Jets, and Panthers. As I just can't tip the cards as they are my brother's team here. Ha! John says we knew the Jags would lose, but you mean to tell me the Jags went on to beat the Jets went on to beat Pittsburgh? Yeah, they did, man. It's crazy. They did. Irish, I had Giants, Eagles, Jets, and Cardinals. Wow, you had the Jets on Irish. Markai says, shaking my head, Steelers. What in the fudge cake is going on with the Steelers, right? Johnny Bark says, we here. What's up, Johnny? JV's in the business. Looking fresh, Carlos, man. You know I try, man. Work purposes, I gotta grow my hair back. I'm growing it back pretty soon. But yeah, work purposes, I had to cut my hair, shave my hair for a second, but I can grow it right back though. Kidder, 96 in the building, says the San Diego Padres lead the New York Mets 7-1 at the bottom of the seventh inning in Game One, the best of the 3-0 World Wild Card Series. Why am I stuttering, Carlos? Thank you, Kidder. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm watching it on my TV screen right now. If you guys see me do this, I'm watching the game. Eric says, "Hey y'all, what's up, Eric? What is good?" P said, "What's up, Eric?" That's our guy right there. What is up? What is up? Daniel McKeon says, "Hi, what's up, Daniel? Thank you for the love, brother. How you doing, man? Guys, smash that like button for your boy, man. Smash that like button. All right, and we're going to our last 4 games, y'all. This one, we almost ran the table. Almost ran the table, man. We picked the Packers, beat the Patriots, and I did tell everyone my score was 24-22. I said Packers win 24-22 because I felt like this Patriots team is still damn good on defense. They are good on defense. And I knew they'd go out there with the Packers' issues with the receiving core. I knew it'd be a battle. But once again, Packers are just a little bit better team than the Patriots on both sides, on the offense side of the field, right? Both the teams coming with some decent defense. And the Patriots, went into this game without their guy Mac Jones. They started off with Brian Hoyer. He got hurt, and then Mr. Zapp came in and looked like the second coming of Tom Brady, which Patriots fans are going to roll with that for now. I don't see it. But the Packers do win 27-24 in overtime. 27-24 in overtime, and it went down to literally the last second. I almost lost money on this game because if it was a tie, I would have lost money. But thank God the Packers scored at the end, so I won some money on that one, y'all. I felt good about that, uh, you know. And then we had the Raiders uh, over the Broncos, 32-23. We called that one right too. That was our quote unquote upset of the week. We had the Raiders beat the Broncos 32-23, and a weird kind of game, but the Raiders, man, they finally got like some help from Derek Carr. Derek Carr finally got guys involved, man. That Hollis kid for the Raiders, he looks pretty good over the last couple weeks now. That second receiver, pretty much for the Raiders. But Devontae Adams got involved too, with over 100 yards receiving. And then we had Russell Wilson, that defense Russell Wilson in our offense just looking trash. We all saw from yesterday's Thursday night football game. We don't expect much from the Broncos anymore. I'll tell you that, man. That offense is just trash, and I've had it up to freaking here when it comes down to the Broncos offense. I've had it up to here, but they look pretty good in this game. That Thursday game yesterday was just yeah. But the Broncos offense looked pretty good in this particular game against the Raiders. But the Raiders, hey, they had to get this win. They were 0-3, the last defeated team in the league, and they said that's why I had a feeling. Look, at the end of the day, it comes down to, man, you don't want to be the 0-4 squad at home, divisional rival. You gotta win this game, and the Raiders do win 32-23 over the Denver Broncos. But the Broncos offense looking bad. Melvin Gordon once again another fumble in this game. That is now 5 fumbles in his last 5 games. Dude is looking horrendous as a running back right now. But to that Packers game too, man. Aaron Jones is the only weapon for the Packers. Aaron Jones looked good in that game against Patriots, and I don't know why they don't. Look, I love AJ Dillon, and he's a fan favorite, but I do say I need to see a lot more Aaron Jones. I don't want that 60-40 ratio with Dillon if Aaron Jones has got it going on, you know. Um, but the Packers did win that game. Raiders beat the Broncos as well. We got those two right, and we got our third one right as well. We had the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But this was an offensive fest of proportions, an epic proportions, y'all. The Chiefs beat the Buccaneers 41-31. And this game was pretty much done with in the first quarter. The kickoff was fumbled by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First play from scrimmage for the Chiefs, they score 16 yards to Travis Kelce. Okay, well, all right, we knew about that. But then they went ahead and were up by as many, I believe, as 21 in this game. I could be wrong, but they're about 21 or 24 in this game. And look, you get to choose that kind of offense, and you saw Pat Mahomes. He is still a freaking cheat code. They all blasted him last week as a coach. Oh, you guys lost to the Colts. Oh yeah, well you guys freaking stink. No. The Chiefs are still good. They're good. Pat Mahomes, a cheat code. Did you see that play where he flicked it? Like he spun and he just flicked it at the last second. That's just cheat code stuff right there. He is the best quarterback in the NFL for that particular reason. Credit where credit due. The Buccaneers that come back and made it a ball game or a close like ish game. They went but the Chiefs went 41-31. We got that one right, you guys. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Ooh, had a feeling though the Chiefs would win that game, and they win 41-31. High scoring game in Tampa Bay. You thought that maybe the Buccaneers would have a lot more umph because of Hurricane uh, Ian or Ian and all the victims of the Tampa area, but no, they kind of fell flat in that game. But the Chiefs handled their business, y'all. Chiefs go to 3-1. Buccaneers go to 2-2. Um, and in our Monday Night Football game, the one on this page we got wrong. We had the Rams beating the 49ers. We were oh so wrong about that. The Niners came in here and pretty much dominated on defense over the Rams. They went 24-9 Monday Night Football. Shout out to the 49ers, though, man. They play the Rams tough every year. We know that, albeit they lost in that NFC Championship game last year to the Rams, did win both games against the Rams in the regular season. So not a surprise, the Rams, Deebo Samuel. I mean, when he gets any type of daylight, my man's is gone. He had a 57-yard touchdown catch earlier in that game, and that pretty much summed it up for the Rams. And offensively, the Rams could not get nothing going on. It was Cooper Kupp or nothing. Pretty much. Cooper Kupp or nothing for that squad. The 49ers coming there, win a 24-9 big-time game over the Rams. To go to 2-2. The Rams go to 2-2. Matter of fact, the entire NFC West is 2-2. Who would have thunk it, right? Y'all go over the comments right now. Dan says, how the fudge cake do we only have 11 likes, y'all? Smash that like button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, man, smash that like button. Irish says, I had Packers, Raiders, Chiefs, and Rams. I went 11-5. Yes, sir. I went 10-6 this week. Eric says, life is good, Carlos. I am traveling with my family and my niece and nephew as well. Hey, where are we going, Eric? Where are we going, brother? John says, Daniel, I know, right? Marcus said, the Packers game was way too stressful in my house. Yes, ma'am. I was at Target in Lafayette, Louisiana, on my phone watching that game. And I was like, what are they doing, man? And I had money in the game, too, so I was invested with the money. But John says, cheese. Yo, we got Jerry Port Jr., the OG in the building, says Carlos and PJ. You ready, PJ? Oh, she's ready, y'all. Let's go. Jerry, 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 Jerry. Jerry Poor Jr.'s in the building showing love the OG. What is good, Jerry? John says, Jerry getting revenge. Megan the Raiders, Chiefs, 49. Yes, I said it even though I am a 12. Yes, ma'am. It's all good. They're both your enemies. You got to pick somebody. All right, y'all. If you're ready for my picks and my predictions, raise your hands. Raise your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care as I sip my hashtag Bobby Rubin. Oh, it's so good. Put your hands in the air if you're ready for the picks and the predictions, y'all. Let me know in the chat, man, who is ready for our picks and predictions. I'm seeing the Padres beating down the Mets right now by a score of 7-1. It's who else lost Monday night? That fan who got absolutely left by Bobby Wagner. I loved it. I watched it. I loved it. I loved it, man. And honestly, I thought he should have got hit harder. I thought Bobby Wagner I thought Bobby Wagner kind of played it soft. I would have Pele that boy. Bow! I'm talking about stupid hit. Know that saying play stupid games, you get stupid results, right? Johnny says sipping on some Miller Lite hashtag Bobby Rubin. John says hashtag Bobby Rubin 7-7. Hey, sip it on some seven. Tip it on some tips 7-7. And Johnny, my boy JB says sipping on some Miller Lite, yo. Hashtag Bobby Rubin. Sip it on that Miller. Tip it on some sip it on some Miller Lite. That's right, you guys are in. Mark says she is ready. Megan says hands in the air, and I don't care as long as the Hawks beat the Saints. Yes, ma'am. Eric says reporting in from Cape Griddle, Missouri. Have family here. Okay, cool. I know I probably butchered that name, by the way, Eric. My bad. So this is, can we briefly talk about Draymond clocking his teammate, man? Draymond Green, excuse my French, y'all. Draymond Green is a hoe. He a hoe for that. All right, done talking about that. That's Bush League right there. I don't care what no one says. Well, people in the athletic sport, they're like a family. They're a family, so they're gonna fight a lot. No. See, I got brothers, and we fought too, but we didn't fight with the intent to end that man's career. That was a cheap shot. First of all, a cheap shot, and I hate the fact that people around the sports nation are glorifying that hit. They're glorifying that making big. I mean, that's the world we live in today. But they're like, oh yeah, that was awesome, man. Don't play around with Draymond Green. First of all, my boy wasn't even ready for it. You don't think your teammate's gonna clock you like that, right? He pushed him, kind of relaxed a little bit, and Draymond comes with the right hand. Draymond's a hoe for that. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I cannot stand that. Bush League. And I hate that people glorify it. Oh yeah, man, you gotta keep your head on the swivel, be ready all the time. No, man, it's my teammate. My teammate is not gonna punch like that. I would think that. Nope, he hit him hard. He hit him hard, man. That was Bush League. I hated it, and I hate Draymond for that. And I don't like the incident. I don't care. Look, I don't blame Jordan Poole for whatever he does. If he's the bigger man and lets bygone be bygones, hey, you're an adult, you're a bigger adult than I would have been, man. Kudos to you. But if he also says, man, you know what? Forget this guy, can't stand him, it's either me or him, yada, yada, yada. I respect that too. Because ain't no way in God's green earth someone punched me like that. And I got to see you for the rest of my season and we got to be cool? Hell no. Hell no. We going to take this in the parking lot. We gonna fight somewhere. I'm sorry, we fighting somewhere. We fighting somewhere. I don't care. I gotta choke you or something. I don't know. We doing something. But I'm not gonna be sitting there just shaking your hand all day. Oh man, it's all good. We're gonna just let bygones be bygones and relax. And just like that's it's under the rug. No. So kudos. I heard that he even came back to practice the same day and finished shoot arounds and all that. So shout out to Jordan Poole. But Draymond Green, yeah, he a hoe for that. I don't like that. I don't like it, man. Say he popped him hard, he did, man. Say got called triple single and sucker punch a dude who you praise for his trash talk, man. I don't like it, man. Like, come on, that's a sucker punch. I can see guys pushing and pushing, maybe a little jab, but he punched him with evil intentions of really hurting this dude. I don't care what no one says. Steve Kerr says, well, Michael Jordan punched. I don't think Michael Jordan's trying to kill you, though. I doubt that. All right, got me out my element for a second. All right, let's get to our week 5 picks and predictions, y'all. Can I get a drum roll? All right, y'all. Here we go. Boom. All right, obviously Thursday night football did not go the way we planned it to go. Matter of fact, on both sides, it was the worst game I have seen and called pretty much ever. From the stupidity, I can understand if these are just two god awful like teams on paper. No, there's some good names on both these squads on offense. Stupidity is what I saw from not just the Broncos, but the Colts as well. Someone had to win this game, or almost won. You know, it almost got to be a tie game. Um, but still, nonetheless, though, it was a trash game. The final score being 12-9. The Colts win. I got this one wrong, you guys. I had the Broncos winning 23-17. I thought, matter of fact, Broncos should have won this game. Should have won this game. Stupidity took over. Not just from the head coach, what we seen with Hackett, but now with Russell Wilson, the way he threw that football. He looked like he had no business being on the field for the first time in his career. I can say that. Like, yo, okay, he did not look good. Colts win that one 12-9. I lose my first game on the docket. Broncos lose. But I had the Broncos winning 23-17. We were wrong about that, so I thought of 0-1. Our next game, London, live from London. We have back-to-back weeks. We have a London game. Last week was the Vikings and the Saints. This week it's the Giants and the Packers. We're going with the Packers. It's a better team, 24-16. Don't know who the QB will be for the Giants, whether it be Daniel Jones or Tyrod Taylor, but whoever it is, it doesn't really matter. That Packers defense will rise and pretty much shut down that Giants squad. It's going to be Saquon Barkley or nothing, because I don't trust anyone from the receiving side of the Giants. Galle just freaking sucks. He's like $21 million in the cap, right? And you can't get rid of him. So he's a waste of time and space right now for the Giants. Packers, I love their defense, and I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to do just enough for the Packers to win this game. It's going to be a close game, though, because I do respect the Giants' defense. Almost like that Patriots game. Where I'm like, you know what? Packers are going to win, but it's still going to be relatively close. 24-16 is the final score, though. I had the Packers winning in London. Let's go with our third game. The Buffalo Bills at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and what a first start for Kenny Pickett's going to be. His first start against arguably the best team in the NFL in their place. I got to go with the Bills. 28-14. Their Bills defense is legit. They are real there for real. And of course, Josh Allen and that team. I love Pittsburgh and their defense, but I'm telling you right now, without TJ Watt, that Pittsburgh Steelers defense is different. Watt would have made a difference in this game against Buffalo, but he's not there. Bills will win this one 28-14 easily. I think it'll be an easy win for the Bills. Chargers versus Browns. This is one of those games where I'm just kind of like, I don't know, right? It's one of those, what Charger team will we see? Mind you, they're on the road, outside of that dome, in Cleveland. The swirly winds. That Cleveland defense is okay-ish now. They were good. They're bad now. They're mid. Let's just say they're mid. Browns offense getting better, I believe, as the season goes on. Can the Chargers stop Nick Chubb? But it's all about the Browns defense versus that Chargers offense at the end of the day. Can Justin Herbert in that game get some points up in Cleveland? I think Cleveland wins a really good game at the end. And say what you want about the Browns, but the Browns have played relatively good football all season. They're still 2-2. Like the Chargers at 2-2 as well. But I had the Browns winning 25-22 in a very, very close game. But it's one of those 50-50 games. It's a 50-50 game. I don't know who's going to win this game, but you got to go with somebody, Carlos, right? Going with the Browns 25-22. PJ said she's going with the Chargers on that one. Okay, PJ, I feel you on that one. All right. Megan said, have the Colts for Thursday Night Football. Yes, ma'am. Iris says, I have Broncos, Packers, Bills, and Chargers. Megan, you probably have everyone beating the Broncos, so your pick does not count, Megan. Just like you have everyone beating, you have everyone beating the Rams, I'm assuming. Generic says, legit passed out because that game. Yes, sir. Johnny Bark says, go Pack, go. Markai with the yellow and green for the Packers. Go Pack, go. Kip Gaming says, how's it going, Carlos? Yay, Packers win predictions. Yay, what's up, Kip Gaming? Shout out to you, my brother. Yes, sir. Kip Gaming's in the building showing that love, man. I got JJG. Oklahoma Broncos lost. I'm still in tears. I'll be in tears, too, about how that offense played so god-awful. And I don't know if you heard my little rant, JJG, but I was like, the Broncos, it was stupidity. They got the talent. That is just stupidity what they ran. It was just stupidity out the blue, man. I just did not like it. Stupidity at its finest. Uh, so yeah, Megan says, Oklahoma, I'm not. She's happy because the Broncos should be banned from primetime. They should be, but they will not be. We'll see them next Monday as well. We'll see them Monday, I believe. Next Monday, I believe on Monday Night Football. I think it's like Broncos and Chargers or something like that. I could be wrong though. Smash that like button, you guys. Let's go to our next docket, Week 5 now. Our second page of Week 5. Here we no. Megan says Colts, Giants, Bills, and Chargers. Yes, ma'am. I said Broncos gonna be on Monday Night Football next week. They sure will. Is it like Broncos and the Chargers right on Monday Night Football? Am I right about that? So far on prime time for the Broncos, we've seen them have an 11-10 game and a 12-9 game. I'm good. I'm from watching them on prime time. Although we will have the Monday Night Football game, but still, whew, tough. Yeah, I might just do baseball over that, right? I might go baseball over that. We'll probably do baseball over that game. We'll find out. I'm talking smack right now, but we'll see. All right, next game on the docket. Let's go. Boom, here we go. Have the Jaguars versus the Texans. The Jaguars win 24-14. I got the Jaguars. Another tough game. Call it what you want. A divisional battle is a divisional battle. I had the Jaguars beating the Texans 24-14. Um, in a game the Jaguars should win. If the Jaguars win this game, they'll be right on top of the AFC South again. The Texans are 0-4 right now. No, I lied. 0-3-1. Excuse me. Jaguars are 2-2, I believe. Trying to be 3-2. Forgot what the Jaguars record is, but yeah. But I got the Jaguars winning 24-14. The Jaguar defense will be overwhelming for the Texans. Texans, like I said, they're gonna battle, but they have no talent. They have no talent on offense. I've been said that, but they're gonna battle. So Jaguars can't take this team lightly, but we'll see. Uh, Next game on the docket, we have the Vikings over the Bears. I have them 31-16. I think the Vikings are in the groove right now. They feel themselves, and they face this really good Bears defense at the right time because they're at home. And not only the Bears have that okay defense, but they have that horrible offense when it comes out of Justin Fields. I think the Vikings will make a lot more plays, and Vikings get a relatively easy win at home. Although it is a divisional game, you never know how things go. But I have the Vikings. There's too much firepower on offense, and they should win this game relatively easy. 31-16. I see Jefferson going off once again, and the Vikings offense looking pretty damn good. 31-16. Patriots at Lions. I love this matchup. It's really good offense versus really good defense. But I always go with a really good defense over a really good offense, especially in this because the Lions have a really bad defense. Patriots, not that bad on offense. Still a bad offense, but not that bad. Going with the Patriots at home, they should win this game 24-20. I like their defense is not going to give up just crazy yards and points to the Lions. I would think not. Although the Lions' offense is pretty good, I do respect their offense. But Patriots at home, you're not going to score tons of crazy points against New England. They're going to play pretty much defensive running back kind of football. We saw the Lions give a big run to the Seahawks last game. I think the Patriots with Harris and their other Stevenson. I think those two guys are going to run shop on the Lions in this game. Patriots win 24-20. Our last game on this page, we have the Saints at home against the Seahawks. A must-win for New Orleans. I'm going New Orleans winning 23-19. Although Geno Smith playing very well, man, looking good. Like I said, he's leading QBR. He's playing out of his world right now. But I think the Saints, it is a must-win. This is literally a must-win game for New Orleans. If they don't win this game, the panic button shall be pushed. I think New Orleans, just from the fact that they need this game, they'll come out there and win this game. It's still gonna be ugly. Seahawks have a great offense right now, but I think New Orleans at home with that crowd on their side, I think they'll pull this game off barely, 23-19. Dalton once again will be starting. No Jameis Winston, no Mike Thomas, but I do think that Dalton and the game will get it done. And I think the defense for New Orleans will finally have that like really, very, really good game. And I think we'll see a better balance as Alvin Kamara comes back for the Saints as well. If this game is in Seattle, I probably would have picked the Seahawks, but the game is in New Orleans, so I'm going with New Orleans Saints to win this one. All right. Um, let's go to the chat, man. Kip says, please win, Bears. Oh, yeah. All right, so I got Jags, Vikings, Pats, and Saints. Megan says Jags, Vikings, Pats, and of course Seahawks. Johnson, Megan, I'll say this about the Seahawks. Pete Carroll has the strongest jaw in the NFL. I hate chew gum all game. He does, man. I says don't be surprised that Texas best the Jags. Hey, I won't be surprised at all, honestly. Texas they play well. Makes I think it'll be a 3-4 point game either way for the Saints Hawks game. Yeah, it's gonna be a close game. I look. The Saints they shown me that they're not gonna blow anybody out. It's gonna be a close game. Um, Megan says could go either way. Yes, ma'am, but could go either way. Megan says I am so nervous. Hey, in the Seahawks window, they're 3-2. They're 3-2 if the Hawks win. And right now, that is way more than I thought they would get the first 5 games of the year. So yeah, they go to 3-2. That's something clicking. You're talking maybe you have a chance to maybe get a wild card spot or even win the division. You never know. All right, our picks here. Our next 4 picks. Our upset of the week. This is my 3rd time. Call me crazy, and I might be a jinx with the Jets. This is my 3rd time going with the Jets with an upset of the week so far this year. I got them at home beating Tua Tagovailoa-less Dolphin squad. The Jets, after that big win against Pittsburgh, I hope it didn't get to their head. Probably did. But I have them beating the Dolphins 19-17, one of those close games. I think the Jets will win. I say game-winning field goal. They'll beat the Dolphins 19-17. Teddy Bridgewater will be starting for the Dolphins in this game, and I do love Teddy Bridgewater. Jets have a decent defense. I think they'll do just fine in this game. We'll see, though. As long as they stop that run game, because the Dolphins' run game is kind of still non-existent, I think the Jets will have a great chance of beating the Dolphins. I'm 0-2 Jets with upset of the week, but I think this is my best feeling so far. My best feeling. Jets beat the Dolphins 19-17. Our next game. Hey, it's going to be a really good game. Obviously, me being a member of the NFC South, a Saints fan, I'm have close eyes on this game. Buccaneers at home against the Falcons. I had the Bucs winning 30-23, but I tell you what, the Falcons have looked like a team that you cannot bully around. This team with their time of possession. Now, I love the Buccaneers defense, and yes, they look pretty trash against the Chiefs, but when the Chiefs are on, they're the most dangerous team in the NFL, so it is what it is. But the Buccaneers, I think this game is tailor built for their defense to succeed against Mariota, and I think Brady's going to have a great game against the Falcons. I think Brady and the Buccaneers win 30-23, but it's going to be a relatively close game. So I got it at 7.8. Falcons, they're just that squad that's going to be in every game. As long as they get their time of possession going down right, I like the Falcons to have a close game, but we'll go with the Buccaneers winning 30-23. All right, next game on the docket. This game has got to be the most 50-50 game ever. Commanders at home against the Titans. I do not know. I don't know who's going to win this game. I don't. I got to pick somebody, though. I'm going with the Commanders at home, 24-20. One of those rough, tough, weird kind of run games that we don't know what's going to go on in this game. If Carson wins and the Commanders, they need his win. Only one dub so far of the year. They got to get this win, I think. I think they get this win. The Titans have won 2 games in a row. If the Titans can find a way to win this game, boy, hey, they making some noise down the AFC South, right, to be the division winners again from that division, right? But it starts with games like this. Titans kind of got to win this game. Washington's they don't know who they are, what their identity is, honestly. And we'll see. But I think Washington still will find a way to win this game, 24-20. I think they get some picks on Tannehill, and they run with this. I think I got a feeling Washington had like a 10-0 lead at one point, and then like, all right, we're good. We can win this game. So, but in my opinion, 50-50, but I got to go with somebody. I'm going with the Washington Commanders at home over the Titans, 24-20. And in our last game on this page, we had the 49ers over the Panthers by a score of 20-14. I don't like what I see from Baker Mayfield and this Panthers offense. I just don't like it. Panthers offense is going to struggle again against this 49ers really, really good defense. I love this 49ers defense. I love it. Niners will overwhelm the Panthers 20-14, but the Panthers also have a good defense of their own, in my opinion. I think they'll do just enough against the Niners to make it a very respectable game. But I have the 49ers, and I have pretty much Garoppolo and Samuel. Deebo Samuel having a monster game. I think Deebo Samuel is going to have like a monster game, like 200 yards total offense, in my opinion, for Deebo Samuels against this Panthers defense. You know, he's going to be that guy. So I got the 49ers winning 20-14. All right. Megan says, Marcott's supposed to be an easy win for the Saints in London, wasn't it? No, it's not supposed to be an easy win. No one said that. Hell no. Did you not see my pick and predictions last week? I had the Saints winning by 1 point. That is not an easy win, Megan. Megan says Jets, Falcons, Titans, and Panthers. Irish says I got Dolphins, Bucks, Titans, and 49ers. All right. Marcus says, no, Megan, Vikings are a good team. They are a good team. That's not an easy win for nobody. The only team to beat the Vikings is the only team that's undefeated right now, the Eagles. Johnson bet his dentist is thrilled during the season. Oh, yeah. Johnson's nice. There we go. All right, let's go to our final 4 games of week 5. Here's our picks and predictions, y'all. Let's get them. All right. We have the Eagles beating the Cardinals. Barely. 26-20. This game will be a lot closer than what people think. 26-20 is going to be the score. I think Eagles will win this game very close. I think the Cardinals will keep it close. Cardinals will keep it close. But man, I'm worried about the Cardinals. They cannot lose this game as we have these robots now making their ways in there. What's up, chat? 69. Ooh, XYZ. The bots are in full effect, y'all. But the Eagles will win this game 26-20. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a very close game. It's going to be a 4th quarter game for sure. I got the Eagles beating the Cardinals. And the Cardinals, they don't want to lose this game, but I got a feeling they will lose this game. Eagles win by 6. I like A.J. Brown in this game as well. I like A.J. Brown to have a big game. We have the Cowboys over the Rams. I would have went with upset of the week, but honestly, I think the Cowboys right now are the better team against the Rams. I think the Rams, they're shell shocked when it comes down to their pass protection. Matt Stafford has not looked good all season long. Like literally all 4 games they played so far, Stafford has not looked good in any game. He's looked decent in one, but he has not looked good or great in any game so far. Cowboys defense once again will win this game. Yes, they'll give 100 yards to Cooper Kupp. He's going to get his. But Cooper Kupp isn't that receiver who's going to catch and run for a touchdown, break tackles. You know that guy. So as long as you keep Cooper Kupp in front of you, I think the Cowboys will have a great game. I like that they'll establish the run this game. I think Zeke Elliott might have a good game as rushing yards wise against the Rams. I got that feeling, right? But it's going to be a high marquee game. I cannot wait to call this game during our NFL Red Zone watch party on Sunday. I cannot wait, y'all. I have the Cowboys winning 23-17. It's going to be a thriller. It might even be an overtime game. I think the Cowboys might win in overtime. We'll see about that. We have the Ravens over the Bengals by a score of 24-21. Sunday Night Football is going to be a really good matchup. I got the Bengals. I got the Ravens barely winning this game, 24-21. A really good game, back and forth, an AFC North matchup. We know how that goes all the time. Baltimore is going to find a way to win this game, barely. But I wouldn't be surprised. It's another 50-50 game, in my opinion. Would not be surprised if the Bengals win this game, but we're going with our gut feeling. The Ravens over the Bengals 24-21. Lamar Jackson's going to lead that team now. I'm calling it right now. Game-winning field goal to end regulation. I got Tucker with a game-winning field goal to win over the Bengals. You heard it here first, you guys. And then Monday Night Football, I kind of find it's relatively easy win for the Chiefs. 27-17. It might be more than that, honestly. This Chiefs offense is incredible. When they get going, they are the most dominant offense in the NFL when they get going, right? So we'll see about that. I got the Chiefs winning 27-17. we'll see, man. The Raiders can lose this game, but I gotta think they will lose this game. And if you go to 1-4, I'm telling you, people say, "Oh man, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Raiders gonna make it tough for the Chiefs. The Chiefs are gonna win the division." I'm like, yo, I don't know what y'all saying. I'm not counting Chiefs out till someone knock them out. That's why I had my early start. Like Chiefs are gonna win the AFC West easily, in my opinion, by 2 games. Um, right now, I still say it's Chiefs and Broncos go to the playoffs. Call me crazy about the Broncos, but I still have faith in the Broncos to pull some kind of magic, right? And I had I had the Raiders and the Chargers being out the playoffs, man. This is how it is. It's gonna, at the end of the day, they're gonna. This AFC is crazy when it comes down to talent all across the board. But I'm saying the Chiefs. Yeah, hey, John says. I mean, we put up 41 on the Buccaneers. So yeah, I'm saying like it could get bloody, but it's still a divisional game. Chiefs will win by 10, but very comfortable, 27-17, y'all. So we have Eagles over the Cardinals, 26-20. Cowboys over the Rams, 23-17. Ravens over the Bengals, 24-21. And we have the Chiefs over the Raiders, 27-17 for Monday Night Football. Let's go to our comments, y'all. Uh, Megan says she got Eagles, Cowboys, Ravens, of course, and the Chiefs. I said I got Cards, Rams, Ravens, and Chiefs. John says, you think the Raiders are going to hold Casey to 27, though? Hey, you never know. Hey, they could, but you're right though. Chiefs might be in the 30s somewhere, right? 34, 35ish. Megan says, hope the Eagles roll the cards so when they come to Seattle the week after we roll them, and yet again I get bragging rights over my brothers from here. Yes, ma'am. That is it, y'all. Let's go over our picks one more time, y'all. We had the Broncos over the Colts. We lost that one. Colts actually won the game 12-9 over the Denver Broncos, the most sorriest game we've seen all year so far. We had the Packers beating the Giants 24-16. Bills over the Steelers 28-14. Browns over the Chargers 25-22. We have the Jaguars over the Texans 24-14. Vikings over the Bears 31-16. Patriots over the Lions 24-20. Saints over the Seahawks 23-19. We have the Jets in our upset of the week over the Dolphins, 19-17. I got the Buccaneers over the Falcons, 30-23. We have the Commanders over the Titans, 24-20. And then we have the 49ers over the Panthers, 20-14. And our last couple games, we have the Eagles over the Cardinals, 26-20. Cowboys over the Rams, 23-17. We have Ravens over the Bengals, 24-21. And then we have the Chiefs over the Raiders, 27-17. That is it, you guys. Let's go back to our main camera. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for that, man. I appreciate that. PJ, any last words? She said, "Oh no, just another undefeated week. We'll see about that. We'll see about that." I got the Seahawks beating the Cards next week. As of right now, I think I do too. Megan said the Irish fan me too, and we'll be there in person. Yes, ma'am. I cannot wait to see that. You guys are awesome, man. Thank y'all for the love and the support, man. Like I said, tomorrow we have Major League Baseball playoffs. Our wild card game. We have the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. It could be Albert Pujols' last game of his career. That's why I'm doing that game. I want to see Albert Pujols. It could be his last game. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out, you guys. But we got that going on. And stay tuned. I'll be on at 7. I want to say 7:25 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, you guys. So stay tuned for that. And of course, Sunday, I'll be on 11:40 a.m. Central Time for our NFL Red Zone watch party. Our first ever NFL Red Zone watch party, you guys. I cannot wait for that one. 1.5 thousand views. We'll get someone $100, y'all. So we want 1.5K views in that stream, y'all. So let's get it popping. Let's get it popping, y'all. For the homegirl PJ, I'm your host, Carlos Clayton. Another episode of Uneducated Sports Talk. We had our Week 4 recap and our Week 5 picks and predictions. Hey, in the comment selection down below when we're done, y'all, where did I go right? Where do you think I went wrong? Let me know in the comments down below after the stream is over, y'all. Let me know, man. Iris says, go Astros. Megan says, go Mariners. Megan says, hashtag, see you rise. I like that. I like that. John says, good night, PJ and Carlos. Good night, John. And Iris says, Penny going to run all over the Cards. Yeah, we're going to see that. All right. As always, sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart. Stay uneducated. Peace. Later, mama. All right, y'all. See you guys on Saturday for baseball action. Let's go, man. Coming out of this Let's Go Nebraska clutch W against Rutgers. Barely 14-13. They got that, man. But I love you guys. I'll see you all for tomorrow. Baseball playoff game 2. Cardinals versus Phillies, y'all. Cannot wait to see you guys there, man. We're out here, man. Much love to y'all.